Hey there guys, welcome back to my blind playthrough of Resident Evil 4 Remake. We've just gotten to Chapter 9, Chapter 7 through 8, they were very bad. Oh dear god. There hasn't been a single good part to this game at all. Like starting from the water room area, where we were just defending Ashley in that badly designed sequence that they somehow made worse than in the original version of Resident Evil 4. It's all just been a shit show. So many ill-conceived sections, so many moments where the mechanics fucked me, so many ill-properly placed enemies, just badly designed attacks on enemies, just all these really dumb sequences. I mean, it's been so just draining at this point, guys. I've had to take more breaks with this game than with Dead Space. It's unbelievable that I'm having to do that just to feel rejuvenated the next day, only for the game to drain me again because this game was designed by fucking retards. But I'll save all of this for the later parts.
Luis, where are you?
Sorry, I screwed up. Come to my rescue, Prince Charming.
I'll show you charming, pal.
Come on.
Oh
The
my
ballroom past the
god.
courtyard. Don't be late to the dance.
Am I supposed to be entertained by that?
Can't believe that guy.
He's in trouble. We can't just leave him, right?
I just don't get it. I don't know how they can settle with these kind of characters. And then try to portray all these jovial moments as if they're worth listening to, but they're not. Like, everything is just starting to feel hollow at this point. Everything involving the characters, everything involving the gameplay, everything involving the story. It's terrible. But they've changed up the sequence now, so we don't meet Ada here. We instead meet up with Ashley, and now we have to go save Luis, apparently. So this is the maze that involves the Colmillo. I wonder how much they've changed from this maze. But obviously I'm going to be running past everything, and wasn't I originally there? This was where Ashley was. Yeah, at this point, guys, I'm not even going to try to kill enemies or even use my knives. Because when I tried to use my knives in the first initial parts of the castle, I just ended up fucking myself. Because the game doesn't make it clear that you need knives later on at all. And then when I tried using pistol bullets instead, the game didn't even bother giving me ammunition back for the Ashley switch section of the water room area. And instead, all the enemies I was killing on the bottom level were just dropping treasure and nothing else. I mean, what were they thinking with that sequence? Like, why did they not give more ammunition? Yes, they do decrease the health of the enemies, where you have to focus your reticle with the red 9 and get headshots, and it's generally 1 to 2 headshots to kill the enemies. But it doesn't mean a damn if you don't have the ammunition to do it. Again, forward knowledge of the sequences is just required to an absurd degree to just make your first playthrough bearable. You have to replay this game so many times just so you have the ammunition, because the game doesn't bother setting up its ammo placements and enemy placements to complement the later sequences. There's just no intelligence displayed with this game. The intelligence that is displayed here is of a limited degree that is not befitting for a AAA title, or for a developer that has actually played their fucking game. It's like they don't even want you to play their game, and yet they set up the sequence. Like they want you to play the game, they want you to indulge in the combat, but if you try to even indulge in the game's mechanics, you're going to fuck yourself on later progress. Every other Resident Evil game has never had this problem. Like, you could tell based on the face validity of the sections on your first playthrough. In many of the Resident Evil games, whether you're supposed to run past enemies or deal with them. But it just doesn't apply here at all. The experience is soured from the get-go because the developers are so incompetent at developing an actually functional game. I hear the Colmillo. It's right behind me.
Keep your dogs on a leash, people.
Good thing they can't grab Ashley. There's nothing there. That's just a useless piece of treasure, and we got that elegant chessboard in the original game. So what exactly am I... Oh, right, I need to find these switches to get the banners down. I remember this from the leaked gameplay, so I only saw this part. So I guess I'm trying to get to these towers here. I can unlock this. Good thing the towers stand out. Okay, so I've done that one, I've done this one. Where's the other tower? Is that it? I think that's it. Wow, he almost caught me during the drop-down animation.
Ashley!
She can get up on her own, it won't matter. Whoa. Why isn't she getting up? She normally gets up after a certain amount of time. Like, why did she get up earlier when I did that big combat encounter where we first met Salazar? Alright, okay, I need to restart from a manual save. Right now. I'm not even gonna indulge with the combat, there's no point. I'm not wasting ammo because I know there are gonna be sequences that'll just drain my ammunition even more. And they don't even make it clear. This sequence is clearly designed to be done in one go. Just knowing the path. If you even deviate from that path, you're just gonna fuck yourself in the end. It's that rigid in its designs. You really have to move around a lot when avoiding the Cornelius.
Ashley!
I'm definitely heading in the right direction. I don't... There's a switch I need to press somewhere. Clearly. Why do I have to hold it this time? I have to get Ashley in there? So now I have to kill them. Like, what is it with them flip-flopping between mentalities with the sections every time? Previously, you had like fake combat encounters where you actually wanted me to run past the enemies to make sure I'm saving enough ammunition for the sequences. Now I need to kill these enemies. Do I even have the ammo for this? Fine. But let's just see how this turns out if I'm just killing the cornmeals. I'll humor the game, and we'll see how functional the later sections are. Again, if I could just leave Ashley behind... Like, why does she have to come with me? Just let her stay in that room over there or something, where it's safe. And let me handle this sequence. Like, why are you putting a civilian in danger, Leon? Does that make any fucking sense? Why the fuck would you put a civilian in danger? And lead them into these dangerous encounters? Are you fucking high? 2 shots? That's surprising. Cornelius take way more punishment than that.
You left him out!
What do you mean I let him out? What the fuck are you talking about? And they get out on their own, so what does it fucking matter? And he's just standing there for some reason. And now he's grabbed me around the corner. He didn't even face me. How the fuck did he grab me? And I really need to resort to shooting them out of the air so that I can knock them over. But when they transform, they might not do the jump attack. Now suddenly it's 3 shots. No. Yeah, it's 3 shots. Why is it only 3 shots and not 2 shots? What is this, Resident Evil 1 Remake, where the enemies have an interval HP system where they randomly have different HP values every time you restart? Like, why does it have to be inconsistent like that? I mean, is it related to the adaptive difficulty? How can it be related to the adaptive difficulty if I restart it after getting grabbed?
Keep your dogs on a leash, people.
Why is he just standing there? How the fuck is he still alive? He just has the parasite coming out of his back. Why would that change his life? There's no supplies in here, nothing. I mean, why is this game so devoid of supplies so much? It doesn't fit the...
Ashley!
Oh my god. Like, the amount of ammo the game gives you, the amount of supplies the game gives you is not perfectly proportional with the number of enemies you're dealing with. People thought you got so much ammunition in Resident Evil 4, but only because you fought so many enemies. Resident Evil 1 Remake has too much ammunition, but only because the ammunition has no value whatsoever, because that entire game is designed for knife only. Oh, wow, I did not expect him to attack that fast, and he grabbed me before he even touched me as well. I don't know what it is about the Resident Evil engine games, but the grabs that the enemies do, every single grab animation, the enemies just grab you before they even touch you with the grab. And that one's transforming. That doesn't make any sense. That they have more life, yet the parasite sprouted from the back.
Okay?
Yeah.
How does that change the HP of that enemy? That doesn't make sense. He climbs over the fence. Just like the dogs in Resident Evil 2 Remake. Oh, shit! He could... Why was there no audio? I couldn't hear him stomping towards me. As a matter of fact, do the enemies even have footstep noises? I mean... It's so stupid. Or it could be an audio issue, because this game has audio issues up the butt. With the amount of muffled audio I hear in this game. I just gotta get a... Oh my god. No fucking noise! Ashley's not even warning me that that enemy is coming. Ah, great. This is a dumb sequence. The Corneos weren't a problem in the original version of Resident Evil 4 because since it was old Capcom's first time experimenting with the over-the-shoulder perspective, it had unintended side effects. So as you were running, the Cormillos couldn't actually catch you. So they were constantly right behind you the entire time, and they couldn't do anything. And that might seem like a bad thing, but I actually like that design, because it actually forces you to run. And it feels quite entertaining just speeding through the maze section while there are Cormillo chasing you. Like, you have to maintain constant motion to ensure that the Cormillos didn't catch you. And it made the maze sequence a lot of fun to speed through, but this is just... Not only are the Cormillos badly designed on this game, minus the fact that if you shoot them out of the air, they actually flinch. Which is a rarity in this game. But they make no noise. The grabs are bullshit. They seem to hit you every single time, even if you move to the side. And fighting multiple of these enemies is so fucking impractical. And now he has a fucking parasite, so he's gonna magically have increased life for some bizarre reason. And given that grenades are very useless in this game, I might as well just use it here. And he's dying consistently after one hit for some reason. Watch this grenade not work. Yep. Went into the animation that he's magically invulnerable, and he spammed his grab just then.
You okay?
Yeah.
I got a flash grenade. Very rare drop. You have to, unfortunately, buy the crafting recipe to make them, and this game feels like it's designed for just a spammy grenade fest, even though this game says, oh, we're designed without the merchant in mind. We're actually a good survival horror experience. Give me a fucking break. Oh, wow! Wow! Now they're putting in an order system. Making Ashley set up at an action, waiting for her to do it, and then this allows you to focus on other enemies, or just contribute to the action in some way. Why didn't we have this earlier during the Bella Sisters encounter? We put the crank in. We can't even order her to use the crank. Like, while she's busy turning the crank, you could be defending Ashley with the shotgun or the pistol. Now they're just treating this like a fucking joke now with this mechanic, and with Ashley in general.
Okay.
They have to bring in these mechanics when it best suits them. Not because it actually makes sense. What the fuck was that?! He finished the fucking grab animation, and he grabbed me! He didn't even touch me! Fuck this game. Fuck it. No, fucking the game is just too small of an action at this point. We need to do more than just fuck this game. Honestly.
Okay?
The action has to match the scope of errors and stupidity present with this entire game.
There you go.
He was about to transform, but at least stopped him. And these enemies didn't drop anything for some bizarre reason. I mean, these Conmillo make no noise.
Hey.
They have no footstep noises. They don't even seem to growl much. Is this guy programmed to spawn in when I get to this part of the maze here? I hear one.
Be careful.
What a dreadful sequence. This is awful. This is really shit.
Now we can finally get out of this maze.
Are you for real?
They're here!
Ashley, run!
Stay away! Leon!
Hold on, I'll take care of him.
No!
I'm coming for you.
Stop fucking moving! Oh, great. Now I have to wait for her to get up because she's so fucking slow.
Ballroom must be this way.
Nope.
It's locked.
Got some new wares, stranger. You're in for a treat.
More. Is there any diversity with these side objectives? It's just constantly shooting blue medallions. And really, they're introducing this. Just another useless tip. Oh, you can buy more upgrades this time. Why are they introducing that so late?
Hello, stranger.
Look, there's a statue up there.
Oh, it's the Chimera statue from the original game. Jesus, is there any imagination with these blue notes?
There's a symbol on the wall.
Another checkpoint here. Is this the ballroom where you can shoot that? What? You can sit?
Here? No thanks.
Huh. Nothing's happening.
Really? This is a puzzle? How the hell does this mechanism even work? Are there mechanisms under the floor or something? How the fuck does that work?
You do a lot of missions like this?
Well, yeah. But I'm not used to having such good company.
Good company, my fucking ass. She just said that quote already, like, way earlier in the game with all these compliments. She literally said that after we escaped the Bella sisters. Now she's saying it again. Like, why are they... They're just being so eccentric. To a not-so-comedic degree at this point. So I guess I'm supposed to find the ones that correspond to the paintings here.
Have a seat.
No problem.
They're just casually doing this.
Leon!
Looks
How
like
the
we
fuck
figured
does
it out.
that even work? I seriously don't understand what the point of this is. I get that, you know, people like these kind of puzzles and survival horror games because apparently it changes the pace in an interesting way. But why am I wasting time with this? I just don't see what this adds to the survival horror experience at all. I'm just glad we're not fighting enemies, guys. At this point, it just feels like the game is just better designed for these empty hallways and just puzzle rooms. Like what my subscribers said. Because the combat is crap. They didn't design this game well enough with the same mentalities of Resident Evil 4. I'm on the enemy's home turf. And they're getting all these cheap artificial handicaps to feign lethality and cheat. And just ruin the gameplay experience, ruin the balancing.
Hey, Leon, there's some armor. Bet you could use it like a bulletproof vest.
Little old-fashioned for my taste.
Too bad. I think you'd look pretty dashing.
Gee, if only such banter could be complemented by good gameplay with her. Is this the room with the armaduros? It must be. This is interesting. Don't have a lot of ammo though. At least I have a flash grenade. These enemies are gonna be so shit. They're really gonna be shit. I didn't like the original armaduros anyway in Resident Evil 4. But I think the main issue is not with the actual enemy type, but it's just the room you fight them in. That tiny circular room that represented the last encounter with the armaduros. Why would they put that kind of enemy type in that kind of room with a tank control-based system, and you have to resort to getting behind them to slow them down because they do the slowest turning animation I have ever seen, aside from the Tyrant from Resident Evil 1 Remake. When you have to resort to that, you can just tell the room was not well designed with the armaduros in mind. But not only that, but the armaduros, when they choose to expose their helmet, is confusing. When you're using the pistol or the shotgun. When you're using the Magnum, it's 100% consistent. But I can't imagine why you would ever want to waste Magnum ammo on these enemies, when the Magnum is mandatory for Salazar. Of course, you can just buy the rocket launcher and additional inventory space from the merchant that's directly before Salazar. But in the context of no merchant, which is meant to showcase the game as a survival horror, like more so of a survival horror game, and to actually showcase that the game is well designed with no merchant in mind, the Magnum is mandatory for Salazar. And one of my subscribers mentioned that Salazar in this game is just as unbearable as how he was in the original version of Resident Evil 4. Which doesn't surprise me in the slightest. A co-op action. How does that even work? I've never understood that with the Plagas. Like, how can they develop so much to envelop a suit of armor? It's not like there's an actual human inside the armor. Will this kill them? Because they are kind of exposed. No? That doesn't make any fucking sense, they're exposed! Maybe not the main part of them, but still though!
Come on, you can't be serious.
Hitting the weak spot here is so hard to do with the red 9. What's their turning animation like? What the fuck? What the fuck kind of animation was that? That's fucking stupid. I just shot him once and he started gliding to the side. How the fuck is that? That is so badly animated. Well, at least that's better designed. This is an unupgraded Red 9, and it exposed them after 2 shots, but of course it's hardcore difficulty, not professional, so I don't know why I said that. It's probably gonna take like 10 shots to expose them on professional. Because new Capcom's fucking dumb like that. But I should probably focus on the one that is exposed right now. I'm not wasting flash grenades right now. Yeah, it's still not a person inside of it. Somehow the Plaga has grown to the size of a human.
Look,
Oh!
it stopped moving.
Why?
I don't think they like the lantern fire.
At least Ashley's being useful here.
Don't worry, Ashley.
That tracking is severe.
Stop this.
Persistent, aren't you?
But why don't they like the lantern fire? What's the justification for that? The Plaga's never displayed this kind of vulnerability to fire before. Ouroboros from Resident Evil 5 had that vulnerability to fire. He's blocking the weak spot by assuming that stands.
Take this. Get away from Leon.
At least the
Ashley,
lantern
it's
fire
okay.
doesn't damage
Just
me.
Stay safe.
At least she's not being entirely useless for a change. No, they can't even damage each other. This is proving to be annoying. Thank you, iframes. I guess I'll use the flash here. I'm gonna have to learn how to do this game without flash grenades anyway, because flash grenades are so fucking rare in this game. And for a game that started a new idea with flash grenades, like Resident Evil 4, 5, 6, they're like the only games I know of where flash grenades can kill enemies. I mean, you can count Evil Within as well, because Evil Within, there was that little variant of the alter ego that could actually
HDPs are shit.
be killed by flash bolts, but I don't think that really counts, because it's a gimmick enemy. But they're not even reveling in that design of flash grenades doing something different aside from blinding enemies. They've instead reserved it for the fucking merchant. Because that's their way of symbolically saying, we're shelving the original Resident Evil 4 in place of this pile of shit game. And what the hell am I supposed to do once I run out of ammo? That tracking, Jesus Christ. Oh, I deflected it? I'm not sure how much durability that took off. I get so much more momentum with that. And you'd think as well they would actually design a more dynamic health system with this enemy type, where the health of this enemy before the Plaga actually exposes is all dependent upon how much the parasite is leaving the head. Like, when you damage it, there should be some kind of like, visual representation of the parasite slowly emerging to showcase the actual damage, just like in Dead Space Remake with the peeling system. Now, depending on how much the flesh was peeled off, that served as the enemy HP in that game. Ooh, dear. I thought he would do the vertical attack. I guess I shouldn't be going to him. I need him to come to me. Too bad there are no more lanterns for Ashley to use. How the fuck are you supposed to hit this thing?
Hey, are you okay?
Yeah. Nighty night. Nights.
What a terrible sequence. I'm sorry, guys, but as much as I do like that the Maduros die a bit faster, it's
Leon!
just so awkwardly coordinated. And it's so dependent upon ammunition, and they don't give enough ammo back at all. And I'm sorry, Ashley, why do you need me to brace your fall? Need I remind you, at the beginning of the castle, when we were in that catapult sequence, there was a massive drop that I did, that you then did. You didn't need me to brace your fall. Why do I need to brace your fall with this tiny drop like this? What the fuck is this bullshit right now?
Thanks.
This is so nonsensical,
You sure you're
and it makes no fucking
alright, aren't you?
sense.
Nah. Thanks for your help. I really did the trick.
Yeah, they have to make Leon useless here, so that Ashley has something to do with the lanterns here. And also, why can you not control her? Like, why can't you tell her to throw a lantern strategically? So, like, when you actually group the knights together, when you group the Armaduros together, you can then signal Ashley to start throwing the lanterns at the enemies. Like, why can't I just aim like this, and then press a button to designate where to throw the lantern?
Ashley.
Hang on.
Once again, like, they have to favor such obtuse designs like that, such badly conceived, uncoordinated mechanics to make the fight more awkward, to contribute to their supposed idea of a harder challenge and to a survival horror experience. It's a fake survival horror experience.
You don't think they're gonna do you?
That guy looks off. The thing I don't understand as well is you can't seem to buy ammunition from the merchant at all. I mean, you can buy resources, apparently. You can get body armor. Body armor. Jesus, Leon, why are you so ill-prepared? And why is the broken butterfly here? Why can't there be a sell-all function? Why do I have to individually scroll to these pieces of treasure and just designate which ones I want to sell?
Combine that with some gems.
Why does it drop the menu to show his face when I press X?
You affix one of these beauties into a treasure, and it will fetch a price higher than the sum of its parts. Come back anytime.
So what does that give? It's just another useless treasure.